Hi everyone, I hope you're feeling well. Today I thought we could try out the new Urban Decay. This is the Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator Medium Coverage up to 24-hour wear foundation. So let's have a look and let's see how it wears. First thing I've done is I have moisturized my face. CeraVe, really good product. For a primer, I've just put on some of the Bobbi Brown face base, which I find goes really well under pretty much every foundation I try. Then if I don't get a good result, process of elimination, I'm going to know it's not from what I've previously used. It's probably going to be from the foundation that I'm testing. I have got the colour 20 Fair, and as I said, it's a 24-hour wear foundation. So it comes in a little tube. I'm going to try doing half my face with a brush and the other half with the sponge and see which one looks better. Start at the middle. It looks quite light, but it's similar shade to what I am in all their other foundations. So hopefully once it sort of sits on my skin for a bit, mixes with everything else, it should be okay. I don't know if you can see, but I just feel the brush has left a little bit of streakiness through my face. I guess I could keep blending it in, but I usually prefer to use a sponge anyway. So let's do the other side with the sponge. Let's just start in the middle. And I definitely think for my skin, I get a better result with the sponge. I think everybody's very, very different when it comes to makeup application. So I'm not sure if you can see the difference, but that side definitely looks a lot smoother than that side. So I'm just going to go back over that. It's definitely luminous. Let's see how buildable it is. I'll just put a bit more on the back of my hand, so maybe just that much more. What if I just work it in maybe around my cheek area, where you tend to need more, and around my nose. So it is building up. The first thing I would say is that I think it probably does oxidize maybe half a shade. It's really light to wear. That's definitely built up without a problem. I'm going to use the NARS concealer, and this is in the colour Light 2, Vanilla, under my eyes. And just where my makeup would usually wear during the day. You can still see my skin. I've got some redness here. I've got that little mark, some like freckle things here. So it's looking quite natural. And I'm going to use the Amber in the Fenty, and I'm just gonna dip into that. And this is the 01. If you haven't seen my Fenty review, go and have a look. It should be the one above this video here. It's not sitting on top of the skin, it's working through well. This is a Fenty cream blush. The other video we tried a different colour, which was the Petal Poppin', and this one is Cool Berry. So let's try that one. And I feel like I have a dog hair on my nose. I love my dogs, but not so much their hair. So I've probably gone a bit happy there. Hang on, let me just get some off. Doesn't matter if you get a bit too much on, you can always go over it with your makeup sponge that still has a little bit of the concealer or the foundation on it, depending what you used, or even the brush, and you can just dial it back a bit. I like to lift the blush up and sort of work it through. This is all working in really nicely. Nothing's peeling away, nothing's coming off as I rub, nothing's pulling anywhere, nothing's setting into fine lines or anything like that. So far we're good. I'm gonna set my face. Now Urban Decay brought this powder out a couple of years ago, and it is absolutely fantastic. This is a little box of it. You can either mix a little bit into your foundation and add it. You could put your primer on and put a little bit on under your foundation, or you can put it on top of your foundation. And it's extremely finely milled. Like when I say extremely, I mean extremely. I don't know how I'm gonna, can you see that? I just dip my brush in and it's coming up. So when they say you only need a dime size amount, they really are not kidding. It just gives such a nice finish to the skin. What I'm gonna do before I go in with my powder is just go back under, make sure under my eyes has not creased since I put the concealer down, and you can see how it's pulled already. I don't want to put powder on top of that if it's looking like that. So work it all back in, and that way I will minimize the chance of getting any powder or foundation sitting in fine lines, and I'll get a better result. Okay, so I've just put a little bit in here. You can't take up that much because it just flies off your brush anyway. And I'm just going to start under my eyes. And I'll go across my nose. So finely milled that even just taking it across my forehead is not going to take away too much of the illumination of the foundation. It's very similar to the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder, if you've used that. I'm just going to do my eyebrows and I'll be right back. This is the Urban Decay Inked Brow that they came out with just before the end of last year. So it comes in a gel, and that's my shade. It looks quite light when you think about how dark my eyebrows actually are. What I like to do is actually do my eyebrows with a pencil. And then when I go over them, it's sort of like using a brow topper, I guess you could say, or you could do this without using the pencil underneath. So if you do make a mistake, if you have a Q-tip at hand, as soon as you make that mistake, you just dab it off, it comes off straight away. The video is not about this product, however, since we're doing Urban Decay, I thought I would mention it. I'm just going to use this Beautifully You palette. Start with some bronzer. I'm just going to sort of deepen it up a little bit, that's all. I am going to use an Urban Decay product, and that is their Urban Decay Afterglow. Still got the plastic on it. You can see the 4 colours here. If we come to the pink one first, you can see how pretty that is. And then we'll do the next one here. And then I'll do, using a different finger each time. This is the 3rd colour in the palette. That one there. And then I'll do the last colour here. So you can see that the colours differ a fair bit, and they would also suit a lot of different skin tones, and you could also use a lot of them as eyeshadows as well. And I am going to go in to, I think, the 2nd colour here. I'm only taking it just to about the 1st quarter of my eye and then back, because once again I want to lift my face. I want to feel like it's lifted. If the further you take it in, it's okay, but the less lifted your face is going to look. So definitely take it around to the temple, but then just halfway across. Okay, now for the forehead, I'm going to use this colour here, just to give me a little bit of glow. These are not glittery. They're just, you can see the glow on my forehead there. It's just a very natural sort of sun-kissed look. I'm gonna put the pink one on my Cupid's bow. That's really pretty. It's a really, really pretty colour. I guess I could put a bit more here. I really have to stop playing with this makeup like this. It's just, all the colours are really nice. The only colour we didn't use is this one, so let's just see what happens. Let's just try a bit here. Just just a bit more of an intensity of colour, that's all. Let's move on to eyes. Urban Decay, of course. What other palette would we use today? So this is the Stone Vibes palette. These are the colours here. The first thing I'm going to do is go into that colour here and just take it over my eyes. And that way I have a smooth canvas to work from. Let's try this colour down here. And that colour is called Hexed. So let's give that a go. So I've just changed brushes. I'm going to go into this purple colour here. And I just want a little bit in the corner there. So this is a really good palette because you've got 4 mattes on each end. And both of those, or all of those, work together or on their own. And then you can just put your glittery shadow wherever you want it, or if you don't want to use it, you don't have to either. I'm going to go into the colour Hexed. I'm not going to bother cleaning my brush. I'm just going to go straight into it. I'm going to just take that under my eye very gently. Just going to take a bit more of that purple up above my crease, because I do feel that my eyes are a tiny bit hooded. Gravity is not my friend. I'm going to take that purple along the bottom, only sort of the first outer third. Just going to take some of the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. It's a new bottle, so to my brush. And I'm going to go into the colour Vibes, which is this one here. And I actually don't have any fallout at all so far. And then on the outside third, I'm going to use Raw Energy, which is this one here. I'm just putting that down on the outside third. I really have to see what this looks like if I use my finger. If you use your finger, often the colour will intensify. It's similar to putting on the setting spray, but if you didn't have setting spray or you didn't want to, you can still achieve it by working it in with your finger. What I'm going to do is just go back into that Raw Energy here. I'm just going to run it all along the bottom. And I'm going to use the Urban Decay Lash Freak. Oh, I'll show you how to get rid of that. Oh God, I'm having a shocker. I need to get this mascara off. Just going to start with this one here. So let it dry and it just wipes off. Simple as that. If it doesn't wipe off, it's because it's not dry. We will put on some spray. Just gonna get out my L'Oreal and this, and then when that dries down, this one has got just like a little Vaseline at the back that you can put on to moisturize your lips. Other than that, it is matte and it will not move. So thank you so much for spending your valuable time watching this. Hope you enjoyed it. And please don't forget to subscribe or follow depending where you're watching this, and leave any comments if there's anything you would like to see. Okay, thanks so much. Bye bye.